Welcome. Hold on 1 second. Welcome back, everyone, to another little video, little vlog. Today, I wanted to talk about just my own spiritual experience with everything going on so far in today's world, in my life too, my own experience as well. 1 second. So I want it a little bit more quieter in here, so I can just hear myself. Cause I listen to playback of the microphone. I can't. There's a delay with the computer. Anyway, that being said, yeah. So through my own experience, I felt that one of the biggest things in spirituality was to definitely kind of persuade your convincing thoughts, and I felt that through a lot of what I've been through. And you see my rosary here, so we might meditate on mysteries as well of the rosary. Today is Tuesday, so sorrowful mysteries. But a lot of the times that I've meditated, I don't know if this is like it for everyone else, but for me, spiritually speaking, I found that it was easier for me to let go of the idea that I was uh being kind of stale, right? Because a lot of us kind of get in that idea that, well, for many people, the concept of, well, hey, I'm doing something right, I'm doing something right, but it never feels quite honest about who I am, right? And I totally get that. I totally understand that. I understand that concept of um delay, and like, well, I don't see. Y'all gotta sneeze. Hold up. I can't sneeze right now. I try to sneeze. I can't sneeze. I'm kind of sick right now. But yeah, like I said, like, I don't even know if I'm about spirituality, right? So the rosary definitely told me that there's a lot more to the mystery of life, in that you should humble yourself with the idea that there's more to be a part of. So I understood that. And for me, it felt like I was just kind of disconnected a lot in that. And like, I don't know, I didn't understand it that much at the time. But, yeah, I don't know. I can't explain it right now, but, um, I guess we'll do something along the lines of, why I don't do a lot of vlogs right now nowadays, because I can't explain what I'm trying to say. Because it's all over the place. Like I say, I get one thought and I connect to another thought. Kind of just goes everywhere. It doesn't really, meditate on that. But a lot of the times that I tell people that, for me personally, I felt like throughout my life it was a little hazy, and that was about 3 years ago when I got out of jail. I'd say two, but it's basically three because it was in 2022, and yeah, it was 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe. Wait, so 2023, right? It wasn't 2023, I believe. I think. Yeah, around there. And even another year, because in 2022 I wasn't really focused on. I was doing my work. I was working, right? Working, um, boxing a little bit, Muay Thai. A lot of that stuff was in 2019, 2020, and I was going through all these different phases in my life. I boxed my cousins, a lot of these different things. I never really sparred in the gym. Like I said, I never did that. But in my own personal opinion, I felt like that's what people expect of any guy. But again, it's because I don't I don't see the value in it. Like, it's not, like, I don't, personally, that's me. I'm not trying to say like out of like hate or anything, or like, not that I'm not aggressive, but from where I was at and then what I turned into later that I was trying to progress to that was that you didn't take the right path. You were working too much. And then if I did get SSI, then it was like, okay, you're gonna still blame me for like something that, you know. So I'm just telling people, like, if you're on a journey spiritually, just understand that a lot of the times, your journey is sort of, trying to get this line right here. It's kind of it's important to understand that yeah, how to explain it. Like, okay, so I was in 2020, like 2020 to 2023. And then throughout those 3 years, I was really focusing on getting everything grounded, trying to get a girlfriend, I had a girlfriend for a little bit, had a girlfriend after I went out of jail too. And it was after I went in the hospital again. And I look at those periods in my life as landmarks and points in my life where this is where I was shifting my view on everything. And I could really safely say, like, right now, if I had to view it this way, I would say, yeah, I feel accomplished. I feel like I'm not the same person, and I'm not negative in my mind, and it's not hurting me personally. Because yeah, I was really bad. I did get really angry. I would just snap out. I wasn't I wasn't sure my emotions were like really true to me. You know, it wouldn't feel like it. So coming out of that, I felt like for me, the most important step for that was obviously to, um, for me, kind of become aware of who you are. Become aware of who you are. And again, that takes a lot of integration, migration into your own system of works. Say, okay, well, I'm up here. I feel like I could be further. But again, a lot of the time, the greatest test to you is how you drop a lot of those a lot of that burden that was on you. The greatest test in life is that, for me personally, is letting go of everything. Let go of everything. Drop everything. Drop everything. Personally, don't really drop everything, right? Drop everything. Drop everything. Don't worry about anything. Don't focus on anything. Don't think about anything, because it prepares you to be more aware of what's around you, instead of like, oh, I'm being a fucking robot and I'm just following a path that I think is right for me. It's expansive, because again, that's the only way you can view it that way. And I'm just telling people from my opinion, that's how I feel about it. But a lot of the times when I would go to these different points of view, I would even nowadays, I feel like I kind of get the idea that I was like, wasn't too certain about what was going on, right? Like I didn't feel like one second, let me put these up here. Oh shit, I don't want to. I'll explain in part 2 of this video, but I'm gonna stop right now real quick.